Hello, good day. Josh Travers here, Field CTO at Rimo3. And today I'm joined by a very special guest, Stefan Georgiev, Group Product Manager at Nerdio. So welcome, Stefan. Yeah, we got some good content today. And for those of you viewers, if you've been living on another planet and aren't familiar with Nerdio Manager for Enterprise, it's a technology that provides a modern unified management platform for cloud VDI, cloud PCs, and physical endpoints. Nerdio caters to enterprise IT needs for workspaces, apps, and supporting infrastructure. So today, with Stefan, we're going to unpack the latest and greatest integration feature set from Nerdio and Rimo3. But Stefan, I'll throw it back to you. I'm surely I merely scratched the surface with Nerdio Manager for Enterprise. Would you mind, providing some additional details?
Absolutely. So Nerdio is, as you mentioned, a management layer on top of Azure Virtual Desktop, Windows 365, Intune. We are providing capabilities around automation, simplification, one UI for managing all these diverse endpoints. And we focus primarily on automating and simplifying the day-to-day management tasks of the infrastructure, of what happens in that infrastructure, and making sure that you as the IT professional have the full control on your resources.
Historically, we've been partnering for quite some time now. We do have an integration. The phase one, I'll call it, of the integration was really focused around application conversion to MSIX. So Rimo3 would, ingest the legacy apps, assess those apps for MSIX compatibility, do the conversion, and then hand off those applications directly to Nerdio, so Nerdio could automate the remaining components to get those apps delivered. And since then, we've evolved that integration story, and that's what we'll talk about today. The first topic that I would like to drill into is really everyone's favorite pastime, right? Image management. The challenges that go along with that, the sheer pace of change, the complexity around, right, deploying the applications, updating the images, securing the images, and all at the same time ensuring that you're still delivering a high grade of user experience. Recently, Nerdio and Rimo3 have announced this, this phase two, and have introduced automation into this area. Stefan, would you mind unpacking this integration for us a little bit?
Absolutely. I don't think we can do enough judgment, enough value and evaluation on how much image management is a problem in VDI environments. We and Nerdio have built a solution that our customers find quite flexible and very powerful, allowing them to bridge the gaps between what they already know and what they need for their VDI environments in Azure. It's all great that you have this image and then you're able to update it on a schedule. You're able to do all the automation around it. But in the end of the day, that image, why it's there, it's to run an application. And Rimo has amazing capabilities when it comes to testing applications, but the key here is to make sure that you can test your application on the image you're going to use in production. And with our first part of the integration of the second phase of the integration, we have added a capability for Nerdio to expose to Rimo3 the images that customers are using in their VDI environments. This way, Rimo can come in, take the latest image from Nerdio, go do the testing, generate the reporting, and provide the information for the admin that their applications are running on that new image.
Yeah, that is just massive. We preach contextual relevance here at Rimo3, and what I mean by that is everyone knows that applications are unique. And even COTS, commercial off-the-shelf applications, we see a lot that organizations, they internalize these with their own packaging standards, which introduces additional complexity and logic into the application. So, it changes that kind of generic off-the-shelf offering to something unique from the applications. But, the images are really the bigger challenge there. I know from being in the application validation space that the majority of time there is negative impact. It's on the operating system configuration set, right? Or on some sort of change that happens to that image. traditionally the only way to do it is manual effort, right? Is to grab the apps, have some semblance of the apps, go ahead and test those on the images. So now what we're able to do is complete that automation story. And, not only for that net new migration, Stefan, I think what I was hearing, but also for your BAU, your day-to-day change enablement process, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. The key here is the repeatability and automation. So once you set up the image build process in Nerdio, where you have that image fine-tuned with all the automation, all the bells and whistles that now you don't have to do manually because you can do it through Nerdio, that image is coming out there, it's being pushed into the right place once a month, once a week, whatever is your cadence as a customer. And now you go and leverage Rimo3 to actually make sure that not only the image is up to date and has all the bells and whistles, but actually the applications are working with that image. And that is an ongoing, continuous pipeline that never stops.
I want to go back to the statement that you made that I couldn't agree more with, the reason why workspaces exist, whether it's, AVD, cloud PC, or even physical, it's to deliver or serve applications. So bridging on to the second integration feature set, it focuses around the applications. And I know Nerdio has been, developing and releasing some very compelling functionality, right, related to application delivery, application support. How does this impact, the existing integrations with Rimo3, and what benefits do customers get moving forward?
Yeah, thanks for the question. So the second part of this phase 2 integration is leveraging what Nerdio has been investing throughout 2023, which is the unified application catalog and unified application management. So the catalog, it's get all your applications in one catalog, one container. And from there, using the application management solution, be able to deliver those applications at scale at your VDI environment, at your endpoints. Really depends what your use case is. So the second feature allows the now fully tested app to be pushed back in the unified application catalog. And from there, using our deployment policies through Unified Application Manager, we are delivering those applications at scale to your estate of AVD or endpoint devices.
Leveraging intelligent automation at scale is music to my ears. So if we just recap, right, we broke down the image support, right, basically the two main ingredients, right, the images and the applications. We broke down the image support. Thank you for breaking down the application support as it relates to the unified application management. So considering those two areas or ingredients, in your own words, right, this joint integration partnership between Nerdio and Rimo3, in your own words, can you paraphrase or kind of break down how that's going to change the game again, whether it's cloud VDI or the traditional physical landscape?
Yeah, absolutely. And just to put it in context, all this goes into one direction that has been somewhat of the holy grail of VDI, of endpoint management, and generally in the Windows world is how you separate the lifecycle of the operating system of the image from the lifecycle of the application, and being able to change the one without having to go and do all this heavy manual lifting that we've been automating for the last, as an industry for the last 20 years. And really, the integration what we're building here, it's going after that holy grail, being able to segregate OS state from application state and make them configurable through their own UIs, that in the end of the day, you deliver the application, you don't care what's the OS, it's going to work. You deliver the OS, you don't care what's happening in the application because you're going to work. Rimo does the application testing, Nerdio does the delivery of the image, the building of the image, the delivery of the application. And for you, it's what triggers the event. The event is, after that, is just a flow. It's a pipeline.
No, that's fantastic to hear. I mean, being in this space for as long as we have to start to see technology enable more of a DevOps or CI/CD pipeline approach to traditional Windows application management is very exciting, and I can't wait to see where it goes. If our viewers or our audience want more information, Stefan, is there any resources or anything we can point them to in this video?
Absolutely. So just recently, we revamped our public-facing website where we have all our documentation, training videos, release notes. And I'm sure we'll be able to share a link at the end of the recording.
Fantastic. Well, that's all the time that we do have today. Big thank you to you, Stefan, and to Nerdio for spending the time and providing us with the details around the latest and greatest Rimo3 Nerdio integration. So thanks again.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Rimo3, for having us, and looking forward to build more. There's much more to come.